Girl, what if you stopped half-assing your potential and gave the rest of this year everything you've got? I'm talking no more starting over on Monday, no more, oh, don't worry, I'll do better tomorrow. Just the rest of this year, all in. Because, honey, that time, it's going to pass anyway. So you can either waste it scrolling, snacking, shrinking into your pathetic excuses, or you can decide that this time you are done playing small. Your future self is watching and babe, she's not impressed by your stupid ass plans. She's waiting to see the proof. This episode is not about motivation. It's brought to you by the letter S for slap, because that's what I'm going to give you, a slap around the head. It is about deciding that you are tired of your own bullshit and it is time for a massive change. What is up, you gorgeous, fabulous creatures? Welcome back to the Losing It podcast, honey. This is the show for women who are done living small, hiding behind cheesecake. Basically, you're letting food rule your life. I'm Kylie Pax, Australia's emotional eating coach, and today I am here to wake you the frick up. I'm not here for the light and fluffy. If you want that, you can just go scroll Pinterest and watch dancing cats if that's what you're looking for. But if you want to become unrecognizable, not someday, but now, then you don't want to miss this episode. So let's go. Honey, there was a time earlier this year where I got so sick and tired of my own BS that it literally slapped me into action. And if you have reached this part of the year and you are still struggling with your weight, then that just tells me instantly all the promises you made yourself earlier in January. Woohoo, as you're clinking your champagne glasses together. This is going to be my year. It's amazing. I'm going to lose weight this year. But have you? How's that worked out for you? If you're listening to this, then you are still struggling. So let this be the wake-up call that you have been waiting for. I'm going to break down for you the exact steps to take to hit your goal weight before the close of this year so that you can walk into a brand new year, brand new body, brand new mindset, brand new life. Step one is for the rest of this year, you are giving total focus, no negotiation. Because here's the truth, babe, you're not tired. You're basically just an undisciplined sloth. You want to change your body and your habits and your life, but you keep breaking your damn promises to yourself every 2 seconds. You're the one that's sitting around saying, I'm going to start tomorrow, and then you don't. You're the one that's going, oh, I'm going to be so good this week, and then you're not. And every single time you quit on yourself, you teach your brain that you don't mean what you say. You are, in fact, Houdini, and every time that you promise you're going to do better, you're the one that disappears. That all ends today. If you gave just these next few months your absolute focus, I'm talking no skipping, no excuses, you would become unrecognizable. Yes, to everybody else, but definitely to yourself. Not just in your body, but in your entire freaking energy. You know me, I talk about the 1% woman all the time. If you haven't watched my podcast yet on the 1% woman, you want to scroll your little fingers on down and grab that one. Because the 1% woman, she doesn't chase results. She builds them. She knows that every single time she skips a binge that she really wanted to indulge in, or she wakes up early and she chooses to work out, it's not just about burning calories, it's about building her new character. Step 2 is you cannot heal what you refuse to look at. I was out there for years following every single diet under the sun, thinking that they had the solutions to my problems. I was eating all carbs one day and then no carbs the next. I was trying WW, Jenny, anything you threw at me, I was down for it. And the truth of the matter is, I probably could have lost all of my weight on any one of those diets because it's not the diet. The diet wasn't the magic. The magic was what I refused to face, which was that I would never see anything through. I wanted results so fast and I was so sick and tired of being in pain that I would only give things 1 day or maybe 3. All right, maybe I would stick with something for a week or 2, but that was like very sporadic because most of the time, if I wasn't seeing some damn results within the first few hours, I got fucked off and I would just drop it. You could find me any day of the week doing a Macca's drive-through and promising myself I was going to start tomorrow. And if this sounds familiar, I'm telling you, you don't have a food problem. You don't. You, right now, have a truth problem. Every binge, every craving, every screw-up moment that you're indulging in, it's not hunger, it's a message. You are trying to fill emotional holes with physical food. And until you stop numbing, you are never going to start living the life that you actually know you're capable of. Honey, you're not upset because somebody brought food into the house and then that's what made you eat. You're upset because you broke your own word and you knew you were capable of doing better. But once again, you let the ball drop. So here's your reality check. You can't heal if you continue hiding. You can never fix what you refuse to face. So you got to get real with yourself. The problem was never someone else. Stand up and look in the mirror, sunshine. It's you. It's always been you. So whatever it takes, whether you want to journal, start doing some reflections, ask the hard questions. What is the emotion that I'm refusing to face right here? Is it fear? Am I scared that I'm going to do this and it will never work? Or am I scared that once I do it and it does work, I'll only gain the weight back again? You got to figure that shit out, because there is a reason that you keep running. And until you know what that is, then I'll just send you a pair of Nikes in the post now, because you're going to keep running forever. Here's what you need to do. You need to shine a light on your triggers, because when you do, they lose their power, they lose their control. Let's remind ourselves, the 99% woman, she's the one that's out there hiding from her pain. But that 1% woman, not her. She's prepared to face it, look at it, and use it as her fuel. I got so damn sick and tired of my own bullshit. I thought, you know who I'm really disgusted at here? Me. I've just spent the last 50 years running from myself. How sad, how pathetic, and quite frankly, how embarrassing. It wasn't until I stepped up and took ownership of that things finally started to change. Okay, so step 3, girl, you got to stop making love to your excuses. Most of you all out there are so infatuated with your excuses. You will defend them till the ends of the earth. Oh, no, I'm just an emotional eater. I've always been like this. I've tried everything. You don't understand, Kylie. It's easy for you, but you don't know what I've been through. Honey, we have all been through some shit. You want me to list off my shit for you? I'll go ahead and do it. I was molested by a family member from the age of about 5 until 15. Binge eating at 6 years old. Dieting at 10 years old. Raped at 17 years old. Diagnosed with lupus at 25 and told I would be in a wheelchair by 26. Divorced in my early 40s. Suffered with such debilitating anxiety and depression that I almost unalived myself on several occasions. Got stalked, harassed, and assaulted by an abusive female in my 50s. Ended up in court trying to protect myself from her. I mean, if you want to have a competition, we can go all day, honey. But if you actually want to make progress, then none of that is going to be helpful. Nah, babe, you've rehearsed being stuck for long enough. You're not broken. You are just staying loyal to your struggle. And this is the savage truth. The more you repeat those stories, the more they become your freaking identity. And babe, you end up building a cage out of those excuses. Stop identifying as the woman who can't because of all these reasons, and start showing up as the woman who won't stop until she does. Let me tell you something. Losers will tell you the story of what happened to them, but winners will tell you the story of what they made happen. The 1% woman isn't out there praying for confidence, and she's not hoping things will change. She is building a legacy that nobody else sees until it arrives. Step 4 is understanding that you can either choose to sacrifice or you will choose to self-sabotage. Everything that you want in this life requires some kind of sacrifice. You hear me talk about it all the time. Nothing comes for free. A price always has to be paid. I want you to think about it this way. Just in the same way that you cannot go into the supermarket, load up your trolley, and then skip on out of there without paying the price of those goods and chattels that you decided to get, neither can you load up your choice trolley and skip out of life without paying the price attached to those choices. You either sacrifice temporary comfort now, or you're going to live in permanent regret. Another way of saying it is you can either sacrifice your short-term pleasure for the long-term peace and enjoyment that you desire, or you can sacrifice that long-term peace for the short-term pleasure. Enjoy your fucking cheesecake, sunshine, because that's all you're going to end up getting out of life. You can't have both. So don't let who you are right now stop you from being who you have the ability to become. You've got to make the choice. You can either stay comfortable or become unrecognizable. Because I'm telling you now, every single just one more bite is a vote for the woman that you used to be. And every single time you say, oh, no, I've got goals that I want to meet. I want to feel amazing tomorrow. I want to see those damn scales go down tomorrow. That's the vote for the woman that you're becoming. The question is never, am I going to make a sacrifice tonight? You are, either way. The question is, what are you sacrificing for? The 5th step is taking control of your mind and your thoughts, or you're just going to let it run wild and hope that shit works out in the end. Let's get real. Your brain, it's not really your friend. It's more like a manipulator. It's like a frenemy that we have to live with and we cannot get rid of. It knows your fears. It knows your insecurity. It knows all your triggers. It's the same brain that will tell you, you really should go for a walk today and burn a few extra calories. The same brain will say to you, you've had a hard day. Just sit back on the couch and order some Uber Eats. You deserve it. Babe, no. You don't deserve sabotage. You don't deserve to feel crappy about yourself. What you deserve is success. You deserve to feel amazing. Do not practice what you don't want to become. I spent 40 years promising myself I would start tomorrow. And sometimes I did for a few hours and I could feel good about myself. But eventually I caved. I wasn't committed to seeing things through. Why wasn't I committed to seeing things through? I didn't really think that's who I was. It's not that you're a loser. It's not that you're a lazy ass pig. It's that you don't see yourself yet as a go-getter. People often tell me, well, I'm just lazy. That's why I haven't lost the weight yet. You're not lazy. It's just that you don't see yourself as a winner yet. So now it's time for you to take your power back. I want you to just pause. If you're feeling a feeling, let it pass through. It only lasts 90 seconds in your body. Okay, this is boredom, or I just feel fidgety if I have to sit here watching TV at night without eating. That's what happens to me every single night. I sit there watching my Netflix and I just get itchy all over if I'm not snacking on something. So the solution is for me to start teaching my brain that actually one of two things can happen. I can either sit here and watch my shows without snacking. That's choice one. Or choice two is I get up and I go do something else. But what we do not do is sit there anymore, munching our way through to midnight and promising that I'll do better tomorrow. Basically, that's like playing a game of Russian roulette. How much can I eat and get away with before I start gaining weight? Just label that shit. It's BS. And once you recognize that, it loses its power. That's how the 1% woman wins. She's not sitting there fighting the craving. She's outsmarting it. The sixth thing that you're going to do is get savvy with the law of transformation. Right now, you want to go from being fat, uncomfortable, and hating your life to being slim, amazing, and so fucking energetic that the Oprah's knocking on your door to find out your secrets. Babe, not a thing. Transformation takes time and there is a process to it. I tried to usurp the process year after year after year. I'll just take diet shakes. That will make it happen really quickly. I'll take these diet pills. Then it will happen quickly. I'll just stop eating altogether. That will for sure make it happen quickly. None of it worked. Just in the same way that those beautiful shiny diamonds that we all love and admire get crushed under the pressure of the earth to become so beautiful, so do you. Hopefully you're not being crushed under the earth. But when things feel heavy, when you're tired or emotional or you just want to quit, that is not the punishment. That is you being prepared for the next step and the next stage. Pressure, any kind of pressure, is proof that you're leveling up in your life. God doesn't just hand out success to the people who coast along in life and hope things are going to be okay. He hands it out to the people who can take that hit and he knows they're going to keep swinging. So please stop sitting back and complaining. Why is this so hard? It's so easy for everybody else. No, honey, it's not easy for everybody else. It looks easy for everybody else. Don't get it twisted. It looks easy for everybody else because you're watching their shiny ass story on Instagram, but they're going through the same hard pressure and choices as you. So start telling yourself, man, I'm going to be so much stronger because of this. If I can say no to these hot chips tonight, imagine how strong I'll be tomorrow. Because every single moment that you don't quit, you are building a version of you who will never take excuses again. So babe, look at the time you've got left this year. Start chunking it down into phases. Create an awareness stage where you do start auditing your own triggers. Don't wait for them to pop up. We've all got a long history with food, girl, please. I'm airing my dirty laundry for you every week. You know your girl used to eat food out the bin. I was so desperate that I would clean out the cupboards every single Sunday and then I would eat that food straight out the bin on Monday, wrapped or not. Yeah, it's pretty brutal, but I'm here for the honesty. Chunk your goals down into phases. Get aware, get savvy. Create some non-negotiable disciplinary actions. They can be as simple as just moving, planning, and showing up each day with zero exceptions. And then you're going to go to work on your identity. You're going to shift from, I'm just trying to lose some weight into I am becoming a woman that never abandons herself again. Like that is repulsive to me now. The thought of abandoning myself and just going back to who I used to be, it needs to be so abhorrent to you that you would never consider turning around. The next time you think you want to eat a whole tub of ice cream, please, you can eat the ice cream. I'll give you permission to eat the fucking ice cream. But before you do, you better sit for 2 minutes and remember how painful your life was was, when you couldn't fit on the plane and buckle your seatbelt, when you had to get an extender for the seat, when you couldn't fit into the chairs at the restaurant, when they had to order you a special size clothing because they just didn't carry it in your size. Feel that shit before you decide to go and desert yourself again. Because babe, I am telling you, between now and the end of this year, you're going to feel it. In 90 days, you'll feel it. In 6 months, everybody else is going to start noticing it. And in 12 months, just 12 months from now, you will be the woman that you've always dreamed of being, but never had the guts to go after. Honey, you have got one life, one body, one shot. These next few months, they're going to pass anyway, with or without your effort. So you might as well decide. You either keep living like the 99% with just scrolling and snacking and settling for second best, or rise up as the 1% woman who's focused, dangerous, savage, and unstoppable, because you either do the thing now or don't waste anyone's time. Just admit that you came here to live a life of complete bullshit, because one of these women will change her life. The other one, she's still waiting for Monday. Which one are you going to be? Honey, if this episode hit home, please remember to hit subscribe so you never miss a reality check like this again. Screenshot the episode, tag me over on Insta, and share your biggest breakthroughs, because I want to see the 1% women who are done with waiting and are ready to create the life of their dreams. I'm sending you tremendous amounts of love. I will see you again next week. Until then, gorgeous ones, bye for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to shimmy your butt over to kyliepax.com and join me inside of the Bombshell Blueprint so you can stop emotional eating and start losing your weight now. You'll also find helpful notes and resources inside my past podcasts that will help you lose your weight without losing your sanity. I will see you next week.